Oh, we're live. We're live. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Allah. So, I've been doing this now about 5 years. I've had some major themes like the Big Splat. And the other one is love is all there is, right? And I continue to tell stories. And don't believe a word I say. But listen to these guys.
Without congressional actions, by the end of the year, we will run out of resources to procure more weapons and equipment for Ukraine and provide equipment from U.S. military stocks. Okay, so stop doing it. Why are we there in the first place? That's just my opinion. What's yours? We're going to cover a lot of stuff today. This being kind of the most infuriating and most obvious, but there's a lot going on. We're going to cover all of it right now. Nothing in the show should be considered legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect my opinion, Dex's opinion, or anyone else who works with the show. You should always do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. If you have not already, it helps us out if you end up going through any of our affiliates, and it helps you out if you end up protecting yourself against cybercrime. NordVPN is one of the best, and don't buy another winter coat until you've seen what this new invention can do.
Ooh.
This self-heating jacket protects against temperatures as low as -50 by combining electric heating technology with premium materials. It's the best way to stay warm.
Ground forces are not engaged. I'm hopeful that this fighting will not go on for long and that casualties will be held to an absolute minimum. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order.
Come on, the U.S. started a war to steal old museum stuff.
No, the U.S. military wouldn't be so blatant and obvious.
For 3 days in April 2003, looters rampaged in the storerooms and galleries of Iraq's National Museum. At this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger, making off with some 15,000 priceless objects. These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign. Many dated back thousands of years to the great civilizations of Babylon and Mesopotamia.
A few years later, cylinders were found in Libya.
Good morning, and we are interrupting Good Morning America here on the East Coast, your regular program on the West Coast, because we have learned reports from Libya that Muammar Gaddafi, the leader of Libya for more than 40 years, has been killed by rebel forces.
Back on Alice's floor in the S4 building, technology from crashed UFOs was found to be compatible with the Looking Glass devices. Using this advanced technology, the Looking Glass operator could do more than see any place on Earth. The operator could see any time on Earth, the past, present, and the future. And if the operator was really talented, not only could he see the future, he could change it. The CIA has always been interested in psychics and psychic abilities. A psychic who could see anywhere on Earth is the ideal spy. Psychics were also useful for Looking Glass devices. In the 1980s and 90s, psychics were recruited or abducted for this purpose. A chair recovered from an extraterrestrial craft had technology that let the pilot sync his consciousness with the craft. This technology was integrated into the Looking Glass machines. The psychic operator would sit in the chair at the center of the Looking Glass device and activate the machine. The startup sequence charged the electromagnets surrounding the central core that were calibrated in specific ways depending on the mission. Xenon and argon gas were injected into the rotating barrel.
Yep. You caught me. You caught me, Sheriff.
Well, what you could mess up. Not been terrorizing girls, have you?
No. I'm just watching them decorate the Christmas tree. Do you know that crazy guy? Yeah, a long time. Anyway, so what do you think of that, gang? I was part of that. I tell you stories about how I was taken to Egypt to look at things I was in the Holiday Inn in that town that's at the base of the pyramids, the Valley of the Kings, for tourists. And they would bring things in the lockbox, and I'd look at them and give them an off-the-cuff opinion, from my readings, not from any scholastic book or any, oh, I'm a professor. Me, I'm a chucklehead. I don't know anything. That's it. Ugh. So anyway, there's nobody here. I'll try later in the afternoon. Okay. So go do some homework on Looking Glass. Philadelphia Experiment. The Montauk Project. That's kind of those things I was involved with, right, at different times. I knew all those people: Preston Nichols, Alan Bielek, his brother Duncan. Bielek, was like in his 60s. His twin brother was in his 20s. Ooh, figure that out. Da-da-da-dee, gabba-doo-boo-boo-boo, ba-boo-boo, Scooby-Dooby-Doo.